Welcome back to our show. Being a new mom is an exciting time, but it also can be challenging as you really don't know what to expect. And every time you think you get a handle on it, it changes. August is Breastfeeding Awareness Month and a great time to talk about this next topic. Gina Chanier, a certified lactation counselor, is here with helpful information. We welcome her to our live show. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
This is a really important topic and in a way a really extra challenging one because there are so many moms who hope to do this, but breastfeeding is not easy, first and foremost,
Exactly, right? It's natural, but it doesn't always come naturally. It's a learned skill. It's something that mom and baby learn together, but that's something that I talk with pregnant moms about, knowing what to expect, but also understanding that it is going to be up to mom and baby to work out together.
So you're starting this new life together, you're starting with this new skill to master, and you want to try to make it as easy as possible, and you're learning as you go. These are some great essentials, really, to get you on that journey successfully.
Exactly. Lancino was started by a breastfeeding mom over 30 years ago, and she was experiencing soreness, and she wanted to continue breastfeeding. So all of our products are really designed to help get a mom through any challenge that she's having. But even if it's not a huge challenge, something like leaking or going back to work, things like latching on, those are things that moms are really worried about, and we want to have a solution for her in a been there, done that type of situation. We've been through this as pumping and breastfeeding moms. So these are all really designed to help get her through any of those issues that she's having, whether it's soreness or leaking or pumping.
For everybody watching right now, they're saying, okay, well, I'm a mom, I've gone through this, or this is maybe right around the corner. What on earth is this thing? I didn't even see these until it was go time, right?
Right. This is a breast pump. When a mom and her baby are going to be apart during breastfeeding, it is really important that she keep a schedule that mimics her baby's feeding schedule so she can keep her supply because the body needs signals to make the milk, but also then she can leave it behind for her caregiver to give to her baby. And so when they're back together, they can be breastfeeding. But this is a Bluetooth-enabled smart pump, which is technologically advanced. It will help record date, time spent pumping, and it will all go into a Lancino Baby app, which can help her with understanding, how long she's pumped, how much milk she's used, and it can even record growth and development information that she gets from her doctor.
Well, you just rocked my world because, 4 short years ago when my first daughter was on the scene and this was part of our regular routine, we weren't Bluetooth enabled, I'll tell you that much.
Right. There have been a lot of advancements, and we hear from our moms that they want it to be as easy as possible, and so we're trying to anticipate their needs and really come out with things that are advanced but not impossible to figure out.
Comfort is key, and while this is a new skill that we're both learning, it's also a little challenging because it's not the most comfortable thing at first until you get the hang of it.
Right. It shouldn't be painful, but I want moms and moms to know that it can be a little discomforting, it can be sore, and that's okay because again, you're learning, and baby's going to be feeding at least 10 to 12 times during a 24-hour period. So using something like an ultra pure lanolin cream, something that does not have to be wiped off prior to breastfeeding, is really important. Also using something like the TheraPearl breast therapy pack, which is going to be for when soreness happens and when there's swelling. We want to try to get that swelling down, and we want to have baby at the breast as much as possible because baby's going to be the best way to teach mom's body how much milk to make.
Yeah, both of those are lifesavers for sure. And I will say, I don't know that you don't do this, but it makes the best lip balm on the planet.
It does. Yeah, there are some great alternative uses for it. It is amazing. It's really anywhere you have skin it's great for. Windburn, lips, elbows. When babies are teething, it's really good for a nice a little barrier right there when they're teething. So it's a great multi-use item for sure.
Fantastic, and both of those pearls must be lifesavers too, just to, as you said, reduce swelling and that sort of thing.
Right.
You mentioned too, Gina, when we're heading back to work or you're kind of out on the scene, one of the things that just doesn't feel natural at all is maybe if you do have leakage, right? And so you tackle that here.
Exactly. It's really important to understand that you can even think about your baby and start leaking. You can hear a baby crying and start leaking, and that's just a normal thing because your body is producing breast milk and it wants to let it out. So using a very high quality nursing pad is important to protect your clothing, but also just to give you that peace of mind when you're out and about.
It happens to the best of us, world.
does.
It happens to the best of us. And scarves never became more fashionable than during this
Absolutely.
time.
And you want to make sure that it's no show, because you don't want to be walking down the street and someone to see you and say, I know she's wearing a nursing pad. So something that's very discreet, that's going to be hidden underneath the clothing, is very important.
And Gina, we have about 45 seconds left, but these, the storage bags, you mentioned, you know, pumping on schedule, you want to make sure that you're staying in that timeline. Well, you've got to do something here. I'll flip that over so you can see it. It doesn't seem turned around, but you have to store, right?
Right, exactly. You want to make sure that you're storing in a bag or a container that is specifically made for breast milk, because you want to make sure that that breast milk is kept very safe, that there's nothing that's going to be leaching into the milk, that it's going to be double zipper lock seal, so it's safe and secure in your freezer or in your refrigerator. Moms spend a lot of time pumping when they're away, and it is just heartbreaking when you lose any of that milk. So we want to make sure that it's very safe and secure when it's stored.
Gina, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
National Breastfeeding Awareness Week. It wraps up today, and hopefully this will keep everybody on their journey, if they can do it. We should say that sometimes this doesn't work out for everyone. Absolutely no judgments, but if you can do it, then that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Gina. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. Virginia This Morning returns right after this.